Welcome to their haul video. This is the Animate Orlando 2026 haul and thoughts. This was a very interesting con. I had never been to this con before at all. It was a different building than the usual ones I've been to. Normally it's like north or south building I go to for when I park. And well, this one on the way up there actually rained and not much issue getting there. Though when I parked, I didn't have to take a shuttle. First time in this convention, I didn't have to take a shuttle. I thought I'd pick a parking garage. Apparently, I picked a parking lot, and I got into the parking lot, no problem at all. I got there, I think it was, because today was basically, starts at 4 today, so I left my house, the baby much at 2. I got there because I did make one pit stop later, used the bathroom, stopped by base, and of course, arrived there with not much issue at all. It just rain was the only issue I had basically up there. Aside from making a pit stop, was perfectly fine. Got to the parking lot, found a parking spot, no problem. And I remember exactly where I parked, and I had to search for it very long because. So then I went inside, used the bathroom first again, went upstairs, and then crossed the hallway, and then went downstairs, and then there was the exhibit hall, but I had to get the badge first. I didn't see the thing when I came in because I came in a different direction than you don't normally do. So, went over to get the badge. Looking up, basically, was very quick to get the badge. Was really quick to scan, basically, in the case of the parking lot. I brought up the thing, it scanned it, perfectly fine. Badge in the building. This is it right here. Yeah, this is what they look like for Animate Orlando. I heard about this convention last year. I had never heard of this convention at all, and I figured when I go this year, because the main reason why I picked this one because the ticket was a lot more cheaper than it was to go to Metricon. I was thinking of Metricon last month, but ticket was like $40 day one, and this one was a lot cheaper by about $8 because with tax it probably cost me like $45. I wasn't really prepared to do that, so I got this one. I got this like back in January, February, I think it was. I got a ticket for this one. I do have one more convention coming up, and that's in 3 weeks. That's Tampa Comic Con. After that, that's it. So here's what I got, what I purchased, and what I got signed. First, here's a couple things I purchased. 2 plushies, Rukia and Noelle. Yep. In the case of Rukia, I got this because her voice actress is going to be at Tampa Comic Con next month. This because Black Love is coming back, and plus, I love this character. I've met Jo Harris before. She's awesome. So, here's what else I got. Okay, so here's what I got signed. I got this here signed by Trina Shimura. She's the voice of this cat girl right here. And let me show you off exactly where her signature is. And she's the first person ever to sign this one. First one ever. I was thinking of having Stephanie Young sign too, but I just, at that point, I basically was ready to go home at that point. I basically got there left at 4, and I left at 8:03. Because the thing was going to stop at 1 a.m. I was not going to stay till 1 a.m. So here's basically how I got Trina Shimura signed, and I don't remember the character's name, but I do know that it's this cat girl right here. That's her character. I don't remember her name, sadly, but very happy to get this signed by her. Yep, this was really cool. And little fun fact. The first anime I've ever seen where Christopher Sabat does the male lead role, because that's the thing with Sabat. Usually, a lot of time he does like a secondary lead or a big supporting character, never like the main character. Just realized basically the case was broken. That was not my fault. I just realized that now. All right, so I got this signed here by Sean Chipling and Christina V. Let's see. The purple is Christina V. I got that sign first. For Sean, I think it was this gold right here. That's Sean's. He voices this character. Christina voices Elsa. Elsa the Bow Hunter. I forgot to tell her that what happened with the character. I did tell this to, I think I mentioned this to some people there. So, and this here, I got this signed by Alexis Tipton. She's signed right here. I've got pretty much almost everybody here signed this, which is interesting. You would think, okay, I've got Colleen signed this now. I got Kristen McGuire. I got, yeah. So, you probably think, like, who's left? Michelle Rojos. She's the voice of Shion. Shuna, I have met Tia Ballard. I did not get her sign this. I got her sign Freya. This is Ian St. Clair's act character. I'll probably get a chance. Maybe one next time I see it, I might get a chance to sign that one. Who knows? But Number collection. And this is the last thing got signed, which is this got signed here by Dave Matra. There's his character right here. He plays Prince Julius. I did bring up. Now, he does remember this anime. He did not remember the character, but he did remember this anime. And I did bring up to him. Oh, his sister is also his character's sister is voiced by Jade Saxton, which he probably was very pleased about that. And I did congratulate him on his engagement. And for Alexis, I did tell her happy belated birthday because her birthday was a few days ago, and she very appreciated that. I don't know if my sister will watch this one, but I got her so much on the back of this one. These two manga books is basically her birthday present. This one here I got for myself because I've been reading a couple of light novels. The Ideal Springer Life, I think it is. Yeah, this is a guy basically who's like lazy. But I like the thing. So, last but not least, I got two figures, one for a coworker of mine, the other for myself. This one I got for my coworker. I got a free one, and this one I got for myself, which is Rimuru. If I thought this was dark, no, just the box color. And that's it. That's all I got. Yep. Excuse me. There was like nothing else. When I left the convention, I would retrace my steps. I was kind of stopped by a couple of guys who wanted to promote some stuff, which, fine. I just didn't feel like giving them money because at that point, I was just heading out the door. I wanted to go in my car and go home because I had reached my time limit. I wanted to go. So they gave me the stuff. I'm not going to bring up exactly what it is. It's basically... Okay, so it's more promoting anti-violence, which is fine. They wanted money for like a donation. I'm like, I'm good. I'm not going to donate money. I was trying to be very polite because I was trying to leave. So I left. For some weird reason, I'm not sure why this is, my GPS took me into Animal Kingdom, all places. Yes. I passed the ticket booth and I didn't have to pay, which I very appreciate that. I passed no problem. Hopefully they'll send me a bill later on asking me why didn't I pay. Just passing through. And I'm about to turn and there's a truck comes out of nowhere. It just came with the court. I didn't even see the damn thing. It was about to turn and the truck comes really fast. I honestly didn't see it all because also my car was kind of foggy at that point. I turned my defroster on. And I drove home. On the way up, for some weird reason, I was listening to the Spark and Chaos podcast hosted by Cal Phillips and Leah Clark. For some weird reason, it kept pausing for some weird reason. On the way back, it was not an issue. Not an issue at all. I was very appreciative about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So... Yeah, so, and pretty much was no problem getting home. I got home, aside from having to make a quick pit stop, use the bathroom, I got home pretty good time. I got home a little after 10. But last but not least, pictures. Yep, pictures. So, let's see here. So, I have forgotten to bring something from Megan Hollison. I completely forgot. I was going to bring Bleach, but I completely forgot it. But if my thing will stop glaring here. Yeah. Um, there's me and Megan. It was cool. Me, Alexis Tipton. I don't know if you can see it, but yep, that's it. Me, Dave Macha. Last I saw him was 3 years ago. As it's for Comic Con. Same place I saw Alexis, but that was 2022. Christina V. Sean, I did not get a picture from him at all, but Christina V was the last one, so there was it. Yep. Yeah, I didn't realize. I'm just noticing this. Like, he's taller than me in this picture. Yes. We chatted for a bit about some of his characters. He apparently, now, indicates that he did not know that the Celestial Titan was based on the Bison. He had no idea about that. I did tell him also this, that the Armor Titan's based on Brock Lesnar. He honestly didn't know that. He was surprised to hear that. He was also surprised about Aaron Titan form based upon the Japanese Empire, make his name of the battleship. He apparently has done some slice of life anime. I didn't know he did this. And based on the artwork, it looked like it was some Clamp. For Alexis. So, yeah, like I said, I don't have a belated birthday. I'm a year older than she is. She is, of course, very pretty. No denying that. Alexis is very pretty. So I asked her, would you like the whole raise? She's like, sure, no problem. She was like, I actually like it when they hold the plushies of their characters. They are very appreciative about that. So I gave her favorites list. Now, here's the thing. After Megan, I went straight to Christina V. Moving line was pretty steady. And then I'm about to reach the table, and at that point, she had to leave for panel. She was going back at 5:45. So, and I had never seen anybody do this before. So what they did is I paid for the combo, and then they took my picture, so knew exactly where I was. I was number 3 in line. So basically, I was able to bypass the line when she came back. And I had to move a few times, like people come in, and was able to get to her, zero problem. We chatted about some characters. I pictured my niece to her. She loved the fact she basically was dressing for Halloween a couple years ago as a ladybug. I actually gave her the wrong list. I gave her Sean Chipling's list by mistake, so I switched to, here's the correct list. And she loved my list that I gave her. Megan did too. Sean did appreciate it as well. Alexis appreciated it as well too. She was like, "Oh, the Aztec War." She's like, she was surprised to see that on my list. Of the whole things, the Aztec War. I saw that several years ago. I love the anime. Where was that season 3 for that one? Same thing with Monster Doctor. Someone actually brought a sketch of Saph and Tite. And I even told her this before I left. A little spoiler for the ending. She does marry the main character. And she was very happy to hear that. Yeah, she smiled. She was very appreciative about that. Sean Chipling does know about the delay of the dub. He does know about it. So, I chatted with him a little bit about that. For Trina, ask any questions. I talked about some of her characters and her background. Trina's very nice. Stephanie was actually right next to her booth. Still looking very stunning at basically 53. Yeah, she looks amazing at 53. Still amazing. I am shocked the fact this woman looks that good at 53. Yeah. Kyle Phillips was there. I didn't have anything from him signed. The original voice actor for Jericho from Seven Deadly Sins was there, but I did not get a chance to get her autograph because her line was a bit long, so I'm like, I'm good. Yep, I'm good. So, with Megan, we talked about Bleach. she was very appreciative talking about Bleach. She does remember a lot about Bleach. Like, she remembers the beach episode. And she even said the line, booby buckets. Because that was a line from the episode. She also remembered the moment when Toshiro comes up behind her and basically her breast with the come out. She does remember that scene. Yes. I even told her about the light novel where I kind of, it's the blind swordsman. It's like, oh yeah, I remember who, like, I don't remember the guy's name, but she knew who I was talking about because she probably has watched Bleach. Aside from the fact she's basically voiced Rangiku. He's one of the tattoo. He's in charge of the Soul Sighting newsletter. Like, oh, okay. She didn't know that. We did talk about Pokemon. The fact the whole joke with Nurse Joy. The fact that all Nurse Joys are related, their own cousins. They think Officer Jenny. Yes, we did talk about that. I did bring up the fact that I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a teenager, which she was so happy to hear it. I saw a picture of Leia Clark and Veronica Taylor because those two people she knows really well. Yeah, she appreciated my list I gave her. And I'm looking at the shirt now. Yeah, that's the X-Files shirt she's wearing. I have no idea why. Yeah, but Megan was awesome. Megan was awesome to talk to. I think about business card later. So for Alexis, chatted for a little while. We did look at some of the characters in her background. I mean, I knew about pretty much all of them in her background. Now, I did bring up why Ahabra was not even on the bottom. It was on her banner. I must have missed it because Ahabra is actually on her banner, and she very appreciated the fact that I put Ahabra on the updated list. She probably didn't know the fact that I updated it. She probably didn't realize I did. Christina was, like I said, Christina was awesome. I did bring up to her the last time I saw her was back in 2019 at Tampa Bay Comic Con. It's like, wow, that was a while ago. 7 years ago. Yes, that was the last time I ever saw her. And she is amazing. She is, believe it or not, Christina V is almost 1 year older than me. Yes, because she was born in July of 1987. So I'm like, about 9 months younger? Yes. Well, Alexis, I'm based now, David, I'm probably, I think about 12, actually about 13 years younger than he is. For Alexis, I'm 1 year older than she is. Mm-hmm. Megan, I believe she's in her 50s. I think she's actually the second oldest voice actress I've met. The oldest one is still Sean Schimmel because he was in his early 50s when I met him. David, when I first met him, he was actually still in his 40s. Megan, I believe, is in her 50s. She doesn't look too bad for her age, for someone in her 50s. But I recognize her right away because basically I've seen her picture. She didn't age very much at all. But, let's see, was anything else? I think it was not the Bill Freire. I think it was the plushie one. Yes, the plushie one. They didn't know the fact that Black Clover and Apothecary Diaries both coming back in 2 months. I talk about this also with the guy who got the figure from. So these plushies were actually on a wall, like a metal wall, and for Rukia, she actually had the clipper off there. For Noelle, this one she had to pull out back because she actually had a lot more. This was actually the last one she had, Rukia. For Noelle, she actually had more in supply, so she didn't have to clip her down. Yeah. Was there anything else? Oh yeah, I did see somebody cosplay as Rem and Subaru, obviously in the line for Sean Schimmel. Megan, here was surprise Megan. No line. Yeah, she was practically now. Trini was also kind of the same way too. Like, I was going to get her something line, but at that point, I wanted to get something to eat for dinner. But when I came back, I did get her. But the thing is, she had maybe 3 or 4 people in her line. It was very tiny. The only people I kind of had to wait for was Christina V and Sean Schimmel. And that was it. Those two were the only ones I had a bit of a wait for. But everyone else was no problem. I was like very surprised. Now, Megan, I was very surprised the fact she had zero line. Given the fact this is the woman who voices Rukia and My Valentine. I'm like, are you serious? Why? Because she's older than everybody else? I mean, David. Here's the thing with David. He had virtually no line. He had like, maybe like 2 people ahead of me. I'm like, seriously? Yeah, that's the thing with David. He had not much of a line. Trina not much of a line. It's like Sean and basically the ones I did see had a line were Sean, Christina, Erica Letcher. She had a line too. About the same length as Sean's. Sean's I had to wait a little bit, but wasn't too long per se. He did like what some video games he was in. There was this chess piece thing. I thought it was good for kids to watch. Apparently, it's like too dark for kids. Okay, but he has been some kids stuff. Yes. Now the main reason we got Rukia because Michelle Ruff is going to be at Comic-Con, Tampa Comic-Con next month. That's the reason why I got Rukia. I think she'll like that one. Yes. Was there anything else? Trying to think here. Nothing I could think of, no. Trina, I would say of all the people I talked to, Trina and Meg, I talked for a little while and didn't feel like I took it too much of their time. Heck, I walked to Megan's table and to get my business card. Once again, zero line. There was nobody there. I had to where she left and came back. Stephanie, I wasn't gonna get something for this time, probably Rest of the World, but she left. But she didn't have like a thing when she came back. I think maybe she was done for the day or something. There was no like be back later. She just left, and her stuff was still there. I thought it was kind of weird that she did that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else? I think it was anything else. I did not see the actor for voice actor for Cameron probably was there. I didn't see him, sadly. A lot of the places basically I passed by when I got there, especially at 4 o'clock, even before I left, there was like hardly any lines for a lot of these voice actors. Colleen O'Shaughnessy, the voice of Ino from Naruto, was there, and she had no line. I get the fact it's day one, but I kind of thought there'd be a line for some of these voice actors. Now, Kyle, of course, also this weird thing where Sean was like arguing with the man Herbert a couple lines over. Yeah, I thought that was a little weird for him to do. Like, seeing that reminded me a lot of what Bryce Paperbook did over at Tampa Comic Con last year. Yes. Also the guy who took my picture to know I was going to be in line. He had a button of a lot of Christina V's characters. Like I think I saw Ladybug, Sailor Mars, not Killua, and a bunch of my characters. I did ask about this cat girl. Apparently, it's from the same company who made Genshin Impact. Yes, it's a different game, but from the same company. We did theorize the whole thing with I talked to Dave about this, about Nicholas Wormwood, where that big gun he carries, he must have muscles. The character that I think is, it looked like it weighs a ton. It's like, yeah, he agrees me on that one. Because it kind of looks like that thing weighs a freaking ton. Yeah. Yeah, and she loved the darkness because she also thought she should drop on the floor. Yes. My nice plushie of darkness. She thought basically that should drop on the floor. I'm not sure why, but she said that. No idea why she did that before she did, but it's like, that's typical darkness. Yep. But, yeah, that also, she did, those of you curious, yeah, she did put an arm on my shoulder. She did ask first. I had no problem with it at all. I have no problem with voice actors putting the arm around me. I rather not do that because that's invading their privacy. If I do want to basically, I'd rather not touch them at all unless they give me permission. Because It's invasion of privacy. And for people who I talk to and people I take pictures with, they have no issue. Of course, she's one of very few to do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. That's pretty much what I gotta say here. It was very interesting. And basically, also, when I had to do the food area, it was kind of like a different part of the building, basically. I had to kind of walk past what I think was the hall. It gets built quite different than usual. So I kind of had to, like, go this open area, which kind of was the kids' area, too. And I ordered some Papa John's for dinner. I basically bought, like, a little small takeout pizza. Ate that plus a couple bottles, drink a bottle of Pepsi. I drank maybe half my bottle of that Pepsi before I finished up. Yeah, and I pretty much basically finished up there. Those of you going to ask me how much I spend, I'm not going to say, because basically it was a good amount. It's not as high as I thought I would spend, but I have a pretty good idea what I spent. But I'm not going to say what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. So tomorrow, the only videos planned for tomorrow are going to be Commentator, Atlas Bookworm, and Welcome to Demon School Irmicon. That's it. Okay, so see you tomorrow. Bye.